Hey, great to have you back here this morning with IPL. And today we are going to continue inspiring passionate lives because we have got some amazing guests lined up. And with us now, we actually have, I'm going to let this gentleman introduce himself. Okay, hello, and who are you?
Good morning. I'm Todd. I'm from Tekcon, Australia. We're a local-based IT company. We assist local businesses with their IT needs so that they don't have to worry about them.
I love it. Okay. And we did have a bit of a chat in the break, and I did admit that I'm a 70s child. And so, and to be fair, I wouldn't say that I love IT, but I don't think I'm on my own. But the wonderful thing is that you are here to offer people a solution. So do you want to give us a bit of background of how did you get into it and kind of the problems that you see on a regular basis that you might solve every day?
Absolutely. This is something that stems back to my teenage years, where I was always fascinated with technology, to the point that I was so involved with it that one day at school I made a comment that we'll be surfing the internet from our watches one day, and the kids affectionately nicknamed me Modem Watch. Well, wow. Now we're at an era of technology where we do have modem watches.
Who'd have thought? Who'd have thought back then?
Smartphones and smartwatches.
Predicting the future as well. I like it.
Yeah, it wasn't intentional. I'm no Nostradamus, but yeah. So it's just grown from that passion into blowing up my own computers, and then going from there, getting the right people to teach me the right ways to do things. Yep. And then from there, my career went into internet support for a major internet company, to IT consultancy, and then to creating my own business with my business partner, who we worked with at the time. We worked together at the time. So we got sick of seeing all of the backyarders in the industry, all the cowboys, all the toxic cultures that are involved in the technical world, in the IT world, and in a very male-dominated industry. Mm-hmm. So we decided, well, let's do it ourselves. Let's make a better tomorrow. And so that's where this all stemmed from.
It's great. I love hearing people who want to put a positive spin on things, because that's what we're about here. It's always about motivating others and supporting, individuals in the community.
Absolutely.
And so what do you think is the biggest problem that people come to you with every day?
Look, the biggest problem that we face, that we receive on a day-to-day basis is the lack of knowledge surrounding technology, and perhaps even the lack of desire to understand technology. Everyone's got their own niches, and people want to be able to get on with their job and to be able to do their work and just. And this comes back to that better tomorrow, to have a better tomorrow. They don't want to sit there waiting for a half an hour for their machine to start up in the morning.
Yep. You're preaching to the converted here.
Yes.
The boss doesn't want to pay for someone to go and have a coffee and a chit-chat while they wait for their computer to start up in the morning.
Yep.
So at the same time, someone gets in a half an hour earlier so that they can start up their computer. But that means they have to get up a half an hour earlier, which means they need to get to bed half an hour earlier to get enough sleep. And where's that time really coming from? It's coming from their personal time or their families or whatever. Either that or they're not getting into work early and it's coming out the boss's pocket. And that leads to
doesn't make good business sense.
Shift as well. Yeah, exactly. So it's the lack of desire to know about technology because they want to be able to do what they're passionate about, what they're good at. Yep. So that's the biggest thing that we have coming to us.
I think I might be your ideal customer, actually, because, but to be fair, my business is I'm a career coach. And so every day I'm online. I actually work virtually with many people across Australia and internationally. However, if I have an issue with my internet or I have an issue with my laptop, I need it fixing immediately.
Yesterday.
Because effectively it's money going out of my pocket. If I can't work, I'm not earning. So it's a critical resource for me to have. I know many mumpreneurs, I know many business people. They, like me, I call myself a digital nomad. If I've got a mobile phone and a laptop, I like to be able to work anywhere in the world.
Love it.
And so, that was the business model. However, without one of those two things, it's a real problem. And so, not being able to use my laptop because I'm a bit old sometimes and I can't be bothered and I have zero interest in IT. I need somebody there to help me. So how are we going to be able to find you? How am I going to be able to find you and our listeners if we've got a problem?
That's a really good question, and it's one that we hadn't really put too much thought into. We've relied on referral and on word of mouth, and a little bit of, unfortunately, and a lot of companies do this, rely on desperation. Someone gets desperate and they're like, I need to solve this problem. And so they talk to their people that they know, and all of a sudden, hey, you should talk to these people. That's something that we want to change. We're exploring new ways into how we can make ourselves approachable and locatable.
Boy, I tell you what, our next guest, who happens to be Sarah Thompson from the one and only Online Social Butterfly, is a digital marketing queen. Let me tell you, what she doesn't know about digital marketing is not worth putting on the back of a postage stamp. So you need to stick around for that interview because she's going to teach us all a thing or two today. So you're obviously the IT king. She's the digital marketing queen. You guys, I think, need to get together.
It's a marriage.
Absolutely.
On Valentine's Day.
It is. And continuing with a bit of Valentine's Day, we're just going to go to some music just for a moment, but stick around, guys, because Todd's going to stay with us. And this time it is Mark Ronson, Miley Cyrus with Nothing Breaks Like a Heart. Hello, and you are back with us. And this morning we are here on this very special Valentine's episode. There's been a bit of a love theme going on. But we're here today with Todd from Tekcon, who loves to solve IT problems. Thank you so much again for being with us today.
That's my pleasure.
And so before we went to the break, or during the break, we were talking about who your clients are and who you mainly service. Do you want to share a bit more about that information?
Sure. So we are purely a business to business, so we don't deal with consumer. That's not to say that we won't be able to help out in the form of answering on radio or workshops or things like that. There's a lot of things that we'd love to do with the broader community, but we are based out of Henderson. We typically look for clients that are 5 staff or more. Ideally, somewhere around the 50 mark is our ideal target market.
Yeah.
People who hate IT are perfect for us.
Great. Ideal customers right there. Yep, I'm hearing you.
People who don't have the time. They need to focus on their business because that's what brings them in the money, not mucking around with computer issues. So those are the types of clients that we're looking for that want to hand that all over to us and trust us to get it running day to day.
I see anybody in IT, and I love what you've just said about trusting you. It's a partnership, isn't it?
Absolutely is.
Because I couldn't run my business without that backup. And I've been very fortunate. I've had somebody that's helped me, and he actually helped me build my website, but I call him my IT guy. Because when you're on your own at home and you don't have that partnership, that support available, you're really struggling and in panic mode. And so, but the wonderful thing is we do have a solution for you, and it's Todd from Tekcon. And if I may, should we actually share your telephone number so people can reach out?
Sure, not a problem. Look, the easiest way to contact us is by phone, which is 6496 0011. Or you can look us up on our website, which is www.tekcon, which is spelt TEKCON.com.au.
Fantastic. Well, once again, thank you so much for joining us today. It's been an absolute pleasure. I found it enlightening. And for anyone listening out there today, if you are looking for a tech provider to help and partner with you in your business, you've got one right here, Tekcon Australia. Thanks ever so much indeed.
Thanks for having me.
All righty, on to the next tune, and it is Take Me Out by Franz Ferdinand.